Hey, all you sexy people out there, and meow. Uh, today, is gonna be something a little bit different. When you get this video, it will be Halloween Eve, the night before Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Because Monday is the 31st, and that's Halloween. But I decided to do something simple and something fun. Because I'm going to do one last scary game for Scaretober for Halloween. But I wanted to do something fun and inventive, or whatever, I guess you could call it. And I thought, like, the last thing that I could do before the last scary game was carve a pumpkin. Now, I'm thinking to myself, well, that's gonna take a lot of time. Not only is it gonna take a lot of time because A, you have to, take the crap out of it. 2, you have to, carve the whatever design you want to carve into it, and then, put a light in it and turn off the lights and everything like that. So it's gonna be a big production. I didn't think of it ahead of time until I got to the store Friday, and I'm all like, oh, I should get a pumpkin and carve it on the show. But I'm like, but that's so much time and effort to do it. So I'm gonna take the pussy way out, or the lame, inexpensive, very very lame way out of doing a pumpkin carving. So this evening, when I was getting set up to make a recording, I was thinking, well, what if I go find one of those online, virtual pumpkin carving things? Because I know they existed, because I found them online years ago, like probably 10 years ago or so. I don't know when this site created this pumpkin, or whatever, this pumpkin carving thing. It's probably got a date on the bottom, but I'm not gonna scroll down because it's gonna mess up my setup. So, but they've been around for years, so I know that they're there. This one's pretty cool though, because you can actually draw on whatever you want and then hit create, and then it makes the jack-o'-lantern for you. The other ones that I've seen are like, you have predetermined pieces and you just put them on and make your face. This one you can actually draw whatever you want. So, I thought it would be interesting to do and this is cool because you can do multiple designs. It'd be a whole lot better if I had people to tweet at me and say, hey, draw this, or hey, draw that. I don't, maybe in the future if I get live streaming abilities. I mean, I have the ability, but I don't have a place to do it that's quiet and has good internet yet. I'm hoping to set that up sometime in the future so I can live stream somewhere where it's quiet and has good net. So hopefully I'm gonna get that set up. But in the meantime, I got my very dirty and dusty drawing tablet here. It's very, very old. It's a very old Wacom tablet that I got when we first moved in here, which is about 16 years ago, and it still works, believe it or not. It just kind of, I don't use it a lot, so it gathers dust and it has dirt all over it, but hopefully that won't hinder our drawing process. So I'm gonna pop over to the actual site, and it has this little knife where it shows you can carve. So I picked this pumpkin because this is the one that looks the best out of all of them. There's a really weird off orange one, a white one, and a greenish type one. So I thought that this would be a nice pumpkin to carve on. And so basically you just draw a line like this and it will carve a thing. So reset that. So it's pretty touchy, so you can only do square enclosed objects, because if you do lines, it's just gonna close the line where it ended. So that's not gonna work. So you actually have to do shapes. So we could do the basic, face where it's like this. I'm not drawing this very well. I'm sorry that keeps popping up. I don't know why that keeps popping up. It keeps showing the it keeps showing the thing. Okay, so this, you know, shows this pumpkin, this pumpkin, this pumpkin, and this pumpkin. So, okay, so it keeps showing. I'm gonna just do it freehand because otherwise it's gonna show, when I click on this, it shows it as me clicking the right mouse button, and I don't have the time to go fix that, so we're gonna do like a regular scary, he's gonna off your nose here, jack-o'-lantern, like the regular ones that you usually do. I'm doing freehand is not that great because I don't do very good with freehand because I'm left-handed, but I don't draw very well on the mouse pad. So then when you hit create here, it will show it as a jack-o'-lantern with the candle behind it. So that's pretty cool. And apparently you get scary music too. So, okay. So, sorry that for some reason this thing didn't want to work. Like, it keeps showing me clicking as if it was like I was using the back, like the right click, like I go like this. It was doing like I was doing that, and you don't need to see that. See? So in this pumpkin though, I kind of see like a really weird, like, face. Like, here's the nostrils. Here. Actually, it's kind of like, and then like, there's a big mouth like right in here. This is gonna be a short-ish video too, by the way. Because there's gonna be not a lot of designs that we can do for this pumpkin. So, and then we create. Ooh, isn't that spooky? Okay. So, oh, I didn't want to start over. I just wanted to redo. Okay, so we did two faces already. I'm gonna talk a little bit while I carve, like I've been doing. Scaretober has been really fun. It's kind of like, see, it does, if you do like lines, it just automatically does that. So, unless you do something like that, like that. So Scaretober is, I mean, I don't normally like scary games. So me doing scary games is not what I intend, you know, to do for the channel. I know like a lot of YouTubers do the whole, you know, scary games. I mean, that's how PewDiePie and Markiplier got started, is the whole scary games, let's plays and whatnot. But I'm not a scary game person. I'm a pussy. So when it comes to jump scares and very like intense situations, I'm sorry, this mouse is like pisses me off a lot. It like drifts a lot, and you don't need to see all these words. Because like if I click on it wrong, then the whole thing starts drifting up. It's a really bad mouse. I don't like it at all. Anyway, so me doing scary games is pretty like a once in a lifetime type of thing. I mean, I wanted to do the scary games because it's Halloween, or you know, it's October. Scary games are kind of like on Halloween are hand in hand. So I wanted to say, okay, I'm gonna, you know, grow some balls, you know, swallow my, you know, fear lump that's in my throat, and just kind of like do it, just do it. and I picked some games that I've seen other people play, so I knew kind of what to expect. Sorry I could never get Spooky's House of Jump Scare working for some reason. I tried doing like not assistance, but like I went back into it again after like the last time I tried, which was when I was gonna record it, and it was like it said like it was on the lowest setting even, and it was like still not letting me. That was a really shitty looking bat. It still, damn it, stupid mouse. I'm sorry, the thing keeps jumping up. Oop, and I just cleared it. Okay. This mouse, I swear, is gonna make me want to throw this stupid thing out the window. And I'm like trying to draw with the trackpad because this thing is not working. So I'm losing my train of thought here. Spooky's House, or Jump Scare Mansion as it's called. I had it on 30 frames per second because it was up higher, and I put it on for 30 frames per second, and it was still, even at that point, it didn't want to let me into it. Like the first time I put it on, it played, but it was like very slow and sluggish, so it was laggy. And then when I put it on 30 frames per second, it didn't even want me to play the damn thing. So I'm like, okay, fine. I can't play Spooky's House Jump Scare Mountain. They had to change the name because of like legal reasons or something, but it's Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion now, and I got little paws, little paws. So I knew that I could handle that one because it's not really that scary because it's kind of cartoonish. Even towards the end, it gets like a little bit scarier, because things start getting fucked up. But like Five Nights at Freddy's, I wasn't intending on getting Sister Location. I was actually intending on playing Five Nights at Freddy's, Slender Man, SCP Containment Breach, and whatever else I could find. And Spooky's House Jump Scare Mansion. I keep wanting to say house. Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. So I kept doing that, getting games that I was familiar with because I've seen people play these other games. I didn't want to get into something new and didn't know, because anything that has like a puzzle game or like, you have to try to figure something out. So I was like, yesterday I was looking through different kinds of games and stuff to see if I could find something that was entertaining but not super scary, because I wanted to have something light before I went into the last video for Scaretober. And for the last video of Scaretober, I'm going to go back to the original Five Nights at Freddy's because I actually have that one. I didn't get to play, I tried recording night 1 of it a while back, sometime like in August or something, when I bought it. And that was around the time when I was still, my grandmother was, uses the, spends some time in the restroom before she goes to bed. So she had the door open and she has a radio in there, and the radio got picked up by my thing and I could hear it. And I know that YouTube is very big on, copyright infringement and stuff, so I couldn't use the footage. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait to do Five Nights at Freddy's for October, and that was like 3 months away. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait. And so now that October's upon us, Halloween is tomorrow, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do Five Nights at Freddy's. And I'm like, I'm gonna do the original, the one that started it all, the one that got, us all, into, the whole scary, thing with the scary, animatronics and whatnot. So that's a great ending to a scary season. I tried to do as many scary games as possible, without pussing out too much. I didn't ever want to go back to Sister Location, only because so many people have done it, so many people have seen it. It's a great game, and there's like probably a lot of stuff there that people can pick apart and get all the hints and whatnot. But I'm not a theorist, I'm not a completionist. I just play like a couple episodes or a couple of nights of, or whatever, a couple hours, except for like you know, the old DOS games and stuff like that. I completed those, but those don't take that much effort, really. So, I mean, anything that, you know, involves multiple tries or something, because I've seen these people do these games and try and try and try and end up, you know, taking a lot of time, which I don't get a lot of time when I'm recording these things, so I don't have all that time to try and figure out puzzles and try to avoid jump scares and whatnot. So, I mean, I know there's jump scares with the Five Nights at Freddy's, the first one, but it's easier to get back into it. It's like, it's just a couple minutes for them each night, and you're not going through, you know, and walking through and getting to a certain point, and then if you fail, you have to start all the way back over at point 1. So there's like no, like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no, like checkpoints, that's what I'm trying to think of. When you get into a night, and you start like night 2 or whatever, because night 1 is just basic shit. When you get into night 2, there's no checkpoints. So like after you check out Baby, and you save yourself from the Biddy Babs, you go into Bellora's thing, and then you have to, you know, get past her. And then there's the whole thing with the Funtime Freddy in the breaker room. So if any time you fail, you have to start over from the beginning. So that's, you know, what the biggest complaint I think about the games is. You have to go through over and over and over back from the beginning, which is frustrating for a lot of people, I know, because I've played a lot of things where, like, especially like with Minecraft and stuff, if you don't get a bed down and you die, you're starting all the way back from where you spawn. And if you went miles in one direction, there's no fucking way you're gonna find your way back, because, you know, you didn't lay down torches, you didn't, you know, you don't have a map, so it's just like you're effed, basically. So this is probably one of the lamest videos that I ever did. I know you probably don't want to do this yourself, because why do that when you can pay $5 to get a pumpkin and do it yourself? But there's like endless possibilities, because you can just reset and do it over and over again, but it's kind of loses its excitement or whatever after a while. But it's at a website called onlinepumpkincarving.com, so it's pretty straightforward. If you want to carve a pumpkin without the mess, there you go. But that's gonna probably be it for today. Like I said, I wanted to do something lighthearted and fun, even though it's incredibly lame and really stupid. But it's fun. It's something that's, you know, a good thing to end on before we get to the last video on tomorrow for Halloween. And that's going to be all, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and I will say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, be sure to tell your friends, you know, share with your friends, make sure you spread the word. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter and Tumblr. I been posting the videos from my like face paintings and stuff on my Instagram, and also with the baby bird that I have. If you didn't watch the last video, I have a baby bird. I named him Lucky. I don't know if it's girl or boy or whatever yet. And you're hearing all these creepy sounds because I created my pumpkin. But I'm calling the baby Lucky because he's actually really lucky to be alive, because his parents weren't that great egg layers to start with. I mean, they laid eggs, but they went off and left them, so they got cold. So he's pretty lucky to be alive. But I'm going to start posting pictures of Lucky as soon as I can, because he's still growing. Or I keep calling him. The baby is still growing. It's only 2 weeks old right now. As of last Wednesday, he's 2 weeks old. Or no, wait, he's a full week old. And then the following week is going to be 1 week or 2 weeks. So he's only a week old in like 4 days. So he's doing really good. He's getting bigger. He's nice and strong. He has a really healthy voice. He, again, with the he tag. Its voice is really strong. It peeps pretty loudly. So I think it's gonna last. I was kind of surprised. I didn't want to get my hopes up because I didn't think it was actually gonna live, because they aren't great parents, but apparently Daddy's taking initiative and he's like feeding the baby and making sure that, you know, it gets food and whatnot. So I'm gonna start posting videos of the baby on Instagram, so you can see his growing process. So be sure to follow me on there so you can watch that. If you follow me on Twitter, it works anyway because it goes through my Twitter. So you're gonna get it on Twitter. So do be sure to follow me on Twitter at least so you can get those pictures. Instagram, it's not really super important that you follow me on Instagram because, like I said, it goes through Twitter anyway. So. But you can follow me on Instagram if you want, but be sure to follow me on Twitter because I do a lot of tweets, whatever, here and again, and I retweet things once in a while. So be sure to check those out and do all that. And I will see everybody tomorrow with the last episode of Scaretober, and we will go to the original Five Nights at Freddy's game and see how far we can get in the allotted time. Probably at least 2 nights, hopefully. So look forward to that, and I'll see everybody next time. Bye bye.